Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today I have brought a new video for you that is based on MS Excel. In MS Excel there are various type of functions, inbuilt functions are available. Okay, in various categories. In category wise functions are present, and it is up to us that which one we want. As per our requirement we will use those functions. Clear? There are statistical function category are there. There is mathematical and trigonometric function category is there. It is up to us which we want. Clear? So my dear students, without wasting time, let's go to the computer screen to see the demonstration of functions in MS Excel. Okay. First we will open MS Excel. Go to start button, give a left click, single click on it, then go to programs, all programs, then here you see Microsoft Office package is there. MS Excel is an application, it is a powerful application, accounting application available in MS Office package. By this application we can do any type of calculation in simplest way. Clear? And it is very popular also. Okay, so my dear student, just click on Microsoft Office package, then you can see here MS Excel will be present. Okay, click on MS Excel, you see MS Excel application appear in on our screen. Okay, so in MS Excel application window there are so many tabs like home, insert, okay, page layout, formula, data, review and view, and one menu is there here, that is file menu. Okay, one menu, and all are one ribbon tab, or these are one ribbon tab. Each ribbon tab carry a ribbon. This is ribbon. Okay, and each ribbon is divided into so many tool groups like clipboard, font, alignment, number, style, cell and editing. Okay, each ribbon is having so many tool group, and each tool group is having a name. Okay, like that if you will see insert ribbon tab also, there are also so many tool group bearing a tool group name, table, illustration, etc. Okay, my dear students, as you know, MS Excel is a powerful accounting software present in MS Excel of MS Office package. Okay, here so many cells are there, you can see so many cells are there. Okay, and these cells are the results of intersection of columns and rows, and each row is having their own number and each column is having their own name. Each row is having their own number and each column is having their own name. So each cell bears a unique cell address. Each cell is having a unique cell address. That is, for this cell you can see H column 13 row. So this cell address is H13. That one we can see on the name box. Suppose this cell, what is the cell address of this cell? Here you see H12. Okay. So my dear student, before working on MS Excel, some basic thing we should learn: what is cell, what is cell address, all these things. Okay. Here one important thing, you see this bar is called formula bar. This bar is called formula bar. This bar is formula, where fx is written, no, that is function. This is name box, and here in this bar, in this area we will write the expression, means mathematical formula or any type of formula. Okay, this bar is used for two purpose: editing purpose as well as calculation purpose, expression purpose. Okay, writing expression. Okay, now I will show you the list of functions available in different category. For that we have to go for fx. You go for fx, you can see just on the formula bar fx is written. Click on it. Okay, you will see the insert function dialog box. Okay, in this function dialog box you can see here category of functions, and here by default math and trigonometry is there. You can choose so many category of function is there. Financial category is there, date and time category, math and trigonometry, statistical. Okay, and an important thing, you can get function from here also, function dialog box, or you may click to formula ribbon tab, and from here also you can invoke the function dialog box. Okay, this function dialog here fx. Okay, right now I will show you the functions available in mathematics and trigonometric categories. Okay, one by one I will show you few functions only. Give attention. Let's go. Click fx. Okay, now here category are there. Choose mathematical and trigonometric function category, and we will test first ABS function. What is ABS? And this function definition you can see in down. Here you see it is given. What is written? Returns the absolute value of a number without its signs. Clear? Means whatever number will give, it will ignore the sign. Positive also it will display in positive, negative value also it will display in negative. Okay, I am choosing that one. Click on ABS. Okay, now I put a value, suppose negative value, I will give negative value, I will type minus 76. Okay, then I am pressing OK. What is happening? Only 76 it is showing. See, only it ignored the minus sign of 76. So what is the usual ABS function of mathematic function? ABS mathematical function, it will ignore the sign of the value. Okay, another thing, you can go through the dialog box of fx, or we can go through the function box, ABS function box. Okay, without that one also you can do so. How? Let's see. Here I am choosing a cell. In this cell I will put a value, and that value will be displayed here with ABS function. Okay, so now I am clicking here and giving a value, suppose minus 98, and I want to apply ABS function, and I want to see that same value here after applying ABS function. So what I have to do? I am clicking the cell where I want to see the absolute value of minus 98. Okay, after that one, click on the function formula bar. Click on the formula bar, and here you can type is equal to ABS, then bracket, simple bracket you start, and click the cell address. Click the cell address that where minus 98 is present. Okay, I am clicking, you see S10, that cell address came. Okay, then after close the bracket and press, and you see here 98 came. Here minus 98 is there, and after applying ABS function it became 98. That means ABS function ignore the sign of 98. Clear? So like this you will apply one function by going through dialog box, function dialog box, or directly by the help of cell reference. Anyway, that is up to you. Okay, so what you have to do now, we will go for another one functions. Okay, now we will go for a new mathematical function, that is sine function. Okay, in sine function whatever value we will give, it will show the value with 1, -1 or 0. It shows what type of value is present there, positive value, negative value or 0, but it will display in -1 if negative is there, value is there, then -1, if positive value is there, then +1, or 0 will be there, then 0. Okay, let's see. I am typing a value inside a particular cell. Suppose in A1 I wrote -98, and here I'll use sine value. Here you see sine, I have used my sine A1. What came? Minus came, because here value is negative, so minus came. Suppose here I am typing again anywhere sine A1, say -1. Clear? Suppose here I will give any positive value 78 or 789, then plus. It came plus, no? Because we have given here positive value. So sine showing the negative value or positive or 0. Suppose I will give here 0, then it will show you 0. So sine function always provide what type of value you have given, negative, positive or 0, in by giving message -1, +1 or 0. Okay. Again we will go for a new function, that is GCD. GCD means greatest common divisor. Okay. By this function we can get the GCD of number of values. By the help of reference also you can do, or directly also you can do. Now I will show you directly, then after reference. Okay. Suppose you want to see the GCD of 2, 3, 5. Then how to get? Let's type 2, 3, 5. Okay. How directly I am typing? Is equal to GCD bracket start 2, 3, 5. Okay. Then bracket close, enter. So GCD of 2, 3, 5 is 5. Okay. Like that, another example is equal to GCD of 5, 8, 9. 5, 8, 5, 15, 35. 5. This is the GCD. Greatest common divisor of 5, 15, 35 is 5. Okay. Now we will find the GCD of number of value by the help of reference. See, I am typing here value. Here I am typing value. Suppose 5, 25, 155, and 375. And I want to get the GCD of this three value in which cell? Supposing E7 cell. So what I will type here is equal to GCD bracket start, select the range. You want to see one thing. Close the bracket and press enter. So GCD of 25, 155, 375 also fine. Like this GCD function we can apply and get the correct. Okay. We will go for another mathematical function, that is LCM. Okay. It will return the least common multiple of two or more values or number. Okay. This function we can test directly typing in a particular cell or by the help of cell reference. In both way you can do. Let's go for direct typing the value inside a cell and get the value by the help of LCM function. Okay. Give is equal to sign LCM, then type the value 23, 66, 89. See, LCM will be this much. It is same. Clear? Now we will go for reference. By the help of reference we will do the same. Here I am putting the value 2, 8, 16. Here 3 value is there, and LCM this 3 value I want to see in which cell? E16. Which cell? E16. Okay, this cell. Click here, give equal to sign, then type LCM, then bracket you give, simple bracket, then select the range. A1 to C1 so no, A1 to C1, then press enter key. 16. The LCM 2, 8, 16 is 16, it is same. Okay, like this we can test by the help of reference, or we can within cell directly we can type the function and get the answer. Okay. Now we will go for a very important function of mathematics, and that function is frequently used in MS Excel, that is sum function. By the help of sum function we can get the sum of list of number. Okay. This function can also be used directly inside a cell by giving equal to sign and putting the value directly, or by the help of by the help of cell reference. Now we will see how we will get the sum of number of values in a particular cell by the help of sum function. For that reason, just select a cell, put equal to sign, type sum function, sum bracket simple bracket start, and give the list of number here. 2, suppose 2, 3, comma 5 comma 6. Okay, now press enter key. You see sum of those value, sum of which value? Here you see 2 3 2 3 5 6. Okay, so 16 came. Now I will show you by the help of reference. In reference, first give the value inside the cells, number of value inside different cells. Suppose here I am typing 3 and here I am typing 7, here I am typing 9 and here I am typing 8 and here I am typing 15. Now here I am putting the sum function is equal to sum, select the range. You can select range or individual cell address also you can give. For example, here I am typing, you see here individual, how it will be done: A1 comma B1 comma C1 comma D1 comma E1. It will be little tedious by typing one by one cell address, so that's why it will better select the range, so it will be easily done. Okay, now same thing, put it together. Now I will select the range, I will show you, is equal to sum, selecting range by hand also, by dragging also you can select, or you can type A1 colon E1 also, same thing. Now press enter key, you will get the same answer. And here important thing, you see, if I will change any value inside the cell where I have given value, suppose here in case of 7 I will give 10, then you will see automatically here value will be changed, no? So whatever changes will be made in the cell, which one used in sum function, automatically it will reflect in the result. Okay, now we will do a different number by using sum function. In different cell I am typing positive value somewhere and in negative value somewhere. Now go for like that example. Okay, is equal to sum, I am selecting the range for cell A1 to D1. Now it is 0, now it is 0. Now I am putting value, suppose first value 6, next one negative sign value I am giving -4, and in third cell I am putting a positive value 2, and next in D1 I am putting a positive value 25. Then what is the answer? 29. How it came? Now you see I am showing here, you see like that, sum 6 -4 to 25, then 6 all positive value, first they will be added, we will add positive value 6 to 8 25 33 -4 means 29. Like that it came the answer. What is the answer? That's why it came answer 29. Okay, okay, here what will the answer? Here also manually also if we will do, it will come 29 or not. So like that it is doing automatically all the calculation, you know. That's why MS Excel is very powerful calculating software, and it will make our tasks very easier. Now we will go for another function, mathematical function, power. Power always returns the result of a given number raised to the power. Okay, in power function, first value will be treated as base, next value will be treated as power. Okay, let's see. I am typing here all of this, give attention here, is equal to power first value I have said, no, first value is treated as base, comma, next value will be treated as power. Now you see 4 to power 3, it is 64. Came, no? So like that by the help of cell reference also you can do. So I am giving 2 value, here I am giving one value 2, and here suppose I am giving 3, and I will, so I will, here I will give power function is equal to power, comma, bracket, sorry, bracket, first A1 cell address, A1 will be treated as base, and next C1, C1 will be given as power. Now I will enter. So what will come? Who can say? Now what should be the value? 2 2 are 4, 4 2 are 8, 8 can. So now I will change. It is now this function is made by the help of cell reference. So different base and different power. Here we can give different base, and here I can give different power, and you can get the different result here. We can see here different results. So now you see here I will type 5, here I will type 4. What came? 625. Now I will type 3, here I will type 4. So what? 81. Okay, like this you can use the power function more efficiently in MS Excel. Okay. Now we will go for another important function of mathematics, or we can say mathematical function. Here what we will do? First we will go for typing value here. Directly we can do is equal to quotient 6, 3. Quotient means what? It will show you the quotient after a division. Quotient after a division. Okay. First value it will take as dividend, and second value it will take as divisor. Okay. And press enter key. You got 3. Here you see 3. Here if you will change here you see you can change the value and see new answer also. Suppose I will type here 45 and here I will type 7. See what came? 6 came. So quotient is an important function. In this function it will display the quotient after division, but it will ignore the decimal part. It will ignore decimal part. This is the feature of this function. In this function what will happen? It will go for division, it will show the quotient, and it will ignore the decimal part after division. Okay, this is the importance of this function. Now we will give another one example by the help of cell reference. Now you see is equal to, suppose first we will put value. Let's do some value I am putting here. Okay, or here directly also I am showing is equal to quotient QUOTIENT quotient. Now I am giving some value 79 plus 24 comma 63 plus 12. Now you see it's so 1. Why? Now you see I am showing. See quotient 79. You see here I am written here how it is doing. Quotient 79 plus 24 comma 63 plus 12. It means first it is doing 79 plus 24 divided by 63 plus 12. Then what will come? 79 plus 24. What is coming? Let's see here. Here I am showing is equal to, so directly you can do 79 plus 24. What is coming? 103. And another one value is equal to 63 plus 12. What is coming? 75. That means quotient of 103 and 75. Now I will show you here. Here what is there? 103 divided by 75. Okay, and but it is showing the answer 1. Okay, like that it is showing answer 1. But you suppose you want, sir, with decimal part I want to see the result. Then what we have to do? At that time what we will do is equal to, suppose is equal to only division. How? 79 plus 79 plus 24, sorry, 79 plus 24, bracket close, division symbol you give, divided symbol, then again bracket, 63 plus 12. Here you see with decimal part it will show the result. Clear? But here we have given what? Quotient function we have used. We have used quotient function. It is doing same, but it is ignoring the 0.3733. It is ignoring. Clear? That is the main problem. Okay. Okay, my dear student. Next, afterward we will go for a new function. Okay. Like mathematical and trigonometry groups, there is a statistical group of functions also there. We will find that one in statistical category. From where we will go? Suppose we will go to fx function, or instead of fx I have already said go to formula and choose the fx insert function. You will see the insert function dialog box. Here you see I will go for which one? Statistical function. Now we will go for few statistical function. Suppose we will go for max of statistical function. M type max. Now max will be max dialog function argument box will be appear. Here I am giving some value. 3, 4 and minus 7. Who is greater? Here you know negative sign value is always smaller than positive sign. So what will come here? Here 4 should come. Let's type OK, and you see here answer it is showing directly also 4. And finally if you want to see on the Excel sheet, press OK, you see 4. Okay, and you can directly type here also is equal to max 5 comma minus 500 comma 1. Okay, then you see 5 is coming. Though 500 it is here, but it is carrying a minus sign. So minus sign value always smaller than the positive value, positive one. Clear? So like this max you can apply. Now we will go for another example of max. Suppose here is equal to max minus 30 comma 46 comma 32 comma minus 54.2 comma 0. Here you see decimal part also value is there, one value having decimal parts, but it will show the positive value which is greater than everybody. Clear? So here 46 came. Okay. Now we'll go for another one, statistical function, that is average. Okay. Before applying average function, we should have proper knowledge about average. Average means what? Average means sum of values divided by number of observations. That one all of you have to know. Then after you can easily apply this function and understand the result of the function. Clear? For instance, here I am typing is equal to average, average of 3 different values. Suppose 5, 6, 8. Now you see 6.3333. That means average of 5, 6, 8 means it can 6.333. Now I will give you example of another one example. Suppose I am showing here, you see, suppose I will give average of 50, 20, 30, 24, 36. What is happening? Here I am typing and showing. Okay, is equal to average 50 comma 20 comma 30 comma 24 comma 36. Such a big number of value are more. So number of observation are how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many value are there? So number of observation is how many value you have given. Okay, here how many value? 51, 22, 33, 24, 4, 36, 5. So number of observation is 5. So what it will do you know? It will add 50 plus 20 plus 30 plus 24 plus 36 divided by 5 it will do. As I have shown here, you see, like exactly like this it will do. Okay, so what will the answer afterward I will fill up here. So let's test it on computer. Okay, then what is coming? See, 32. So it came 32. Manually also you can claim 32. Okay, so like this it is doing the average. Okay, dear student, today we will go for another one facility provided in MS Excel, that is also AutoSum facility. What facility? AutoSum facility. How it will be used, how we will use AutoSum, that one I will give you one with example. I will give demo with example. So attentively see. First we will make a mark sheet of students where roll number is there, name, English, math, total is there. Here in roll number 1, 2 I have typed, just select 1, 2 and drag. You will get automatically roll number will be present. Okay, now you type your name. Suppose Rupesh. Suppose name is bigger, then what you will do? Here you go, bring your pointer here. Opposite facing arrow is coming. Press the left click and drag it. You will maximize the width of columns and type a big name also. As I am typing Hero Sonani. Okay, big name. So we can maximize the width, minimize the width by dragging, dropping. Okay, So afterward I am filling all the like this. You can fill mark also. You can different mark we can put. Okay. Now you can see here all mark is given to all students. Now we will go for total. How we will do total? That one is important. And here autosum features will be autosum features will be used. Command will be used. How you will use that one and say. Before applying autosum, you have to select the cell where mark is there and the cell where you have to put the autosum. Here important thing, my dear student, listen. This 52nd 78 we have to add, and where you have to put the sum? In E2 we have to put the sum. So we have to select what? 56, 78 and that blank cell where we have to put the sum. Afterward you go, after this one you have to go for home ribbon tab and click autosum feature. Go to home ribbon tab, clear. Then after here you see autosum feature command is given, click it. You will see the sum of this 56 and 78 is present in 134. Afterward the benefits of autosum is what? After that firstly select the result where by the help of autosum we have done no result, and go to the this dot symbol, you see dot symbol. Okay, here you go, one cross sign will appear, black plus sign. Press it and drag it. Automatically by the help of cell reference answer will be present. This is the features of, this is the result of autosum. Now we can use the same autosum in another way also. Okay, what we will do, select all the marks and where you have to put the answer, that blank cell also have to select, this blank cell. Okay, and then put autosum. Automatically everybody sum will be present. No need to go for one autosum and drag to down. Directly select and select the blank area. Automatically autosum will be made. This is the important features of autosum. Now we will apply autosum in different way also. Suppose I am putting here value here, anywhere, but it should be one row or one column. It should be in one row or one column. Then this autosum will be, suppose in row form value is there also, by selecting the value and blank cell. You must have to select a blank cell where you have to put the sum. Then after click autosum, your autosum will come. Okay, clear? This is your autosum. Okay.